Welcome to the Road to Kona, Episode 1. My name's Travis, and I'm beyond excited for this year's race. To start off, I wanted to take a step back and look at the past 5 years on what were some incredible world champs. In 2016, it was all about Jan Frodeno and Sebastian Keem. Jan was the 2015 champion, and Sebi was the 2014 champion, looking for revenge for 2015. Both were dominant over the rest of the field and got off the bike together in T2. Jan's pace, however, was just too hot for Keenler, who decided to go his own pace and hope Jan would crack. He never did. In the women's, it was a similar battle, as Daniela Ryf wanted to defend her title against the 2014 champ Mirinda Carfrae. The Swiss athlete's bike was again ahead of her time and put her too far ahead on the run for anyone to catch her, including Carfrae and the impressive performance from Heather Jackson. 2017 was a completely different story, as the Uber bikers led the way, with Cam Wurf setting a new bike course record. Lionel looked so impressive on the day and was about to fulfill his dream before he blew up on the run course, and Patrick Lange overtook him at mile 23, displaying a dominant performance in the heat. 2017 for the women saw Lucy Barkley and Lauren Brandon try to take the race to Daniela with the swim in the bike. It was Lucy in her debut that held her off for the longest, with an amazing effort. However, it was only good enough to claim second, not first. Sarah Kyle just fought off Heather Jackson for third place. "2018 was an interesting year without Jan starting, and with all eyes on Cam Wurf and the Uber bikers looking to finally make their mark and hold off the runners like Patrick Lange. However, despite the massive lead obtained in the bike, the all-round athletes still prevailed, as the Kona heat did damage to many, including Lionel Sanders, who finished 30th. Patrick Lange defended his title and went sub 8 hours for the first time in Kona history in the process. The women in 2018 all had an incredibly fast race. It was everyone against Daniela again, and with Lucy's new experience, could she hold her off? After breaking the swim course record, Daniela was 9 minutes back after being stung by a jellyfish before the start. Daniela then had the performance of a lifetime in the second half of the bike, breaking most male splits and the bike course record for the women. 2019 was perhaps the most hyped Kona race in a long time, with Jan being back, but also with Alistair Brownlee on the start line. Would they ruin Patrick's streak? It was going to be a race of the front pack swimmers versus the Uber bikers versus the runners, or so we thought. Patrick was feeling sick and had to pull out. It was now the Uber bikers versus the front pack. Jan was off the bike first and didn't look like getting caught for a second, with a 2:42 marathon to top it off. Jan broke the course record and won his third Kona title. Timothy O'Donnell had a lifetime best race, and Sebastian Keene showed who was the best of the Uber bikers. The headlines again were on Lucy Barkley in 2019, as she was no longer the rookie and seemed like the only one who could beat Daniela Ryf. And this year, more than ever, it seemed like she had done it, with an 8-minute lead into T2. Daniela had rumored stomach problems, and it would be hard seeing anyone else catching it. But last year's third place, Alan Howe, looked incredible throughout the run and flew under the radar to take home her first title, with Sarah Crowley notching another third after passing Lucy late in the marathon, but not being able to quite hold on. Finally, this year, as again Kona was postponed in 2021, we had the St. George Kona replacement, with Jan and Patrick, Alistair Brownlee, Gustav, and Javier Gomez out. It was everyone versus the Olympic champion and unstoppable Christian Blumenfeld. He had to work for it, but comfortably won in the end, with Lionel Sanders battling Braden Curry in the last stretch for second place. The women's race was not focused on Daniela Ryf for positive reasons like before, as she was not in as good a form as some of her competitors. But oh boy, did she silence those critics as she demolished the field in an astonishing way. It was 5 world champs for Daniela, as Kat Matthews took second and Anne Haug had to settle for third. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and share. Cut me some slack as I'm relearning how to edit, and I hope to put out at least 15 videos in the next week, so keep checking this channel.